Hi Dick and Chad, this is Tonton from the Philippines, and I'm here to talk about something which I got from Japan. Now, a couple of years ago, I was in Akihabara, which is the electric town district of Tokyo where you can find all kinds of electronics and other kind of geeky stuff. And I found this machine called the FC Dual by GameJoy. Now, this is basically a clone machine which allows you to play both Famicom or NES games and Super Famicom games or Super NES games all in the same machine. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but these controller ports fit the original NES controllers, so you can, if you still have any existing controllers, you can stick it in and it'll still work. As you can see, I have an original Super Mario Brothers game in it, which I got in the 80s. Now, since this is an Asian machine, if you notice, the cartridge looks different from what you would normally get in the US. And just for comparison, look how big this NES pack of Mega Man 4 is compared to the original Super Mario Brothers cartridge. Now, more on that later. So basically, we see this machine has two slots. The slot up here is for the NES game, and the slot down here is for the Super NES game. And if you notice, the shape of the slot can accommodate both Japanese and American games. Now, basically, with a flick of a switch, the machine turns on, and if we go to my TV, it now plays Super Mario Brothers. And this is the controller. It is a clone controller. The layout is similar to a Super Famicom, but it will still work for this type of game. So if I just press start, and as you can see, I'm now playing Super Mario Brothers. Okay. One of the biggest differences between American and Japanese games is, of course, the size of the cartridge. If you notice, this Super Mario Brothers game is basically a little less than half the size of a Mega Man game. Now, these have exactly the same memory, but in the history of video games, Nintendo didn't want the NES to come out like a children's toy, so they wanted to make big cartridges, big packs meant for the US. But in Japan, since space is at a premium, most of their games were this size. Now, if you notice, the shapes of the cartridges are a little different. So this has a rounded edges, while this one is a flat rectangle. But if you do a side-by-side comparison, you can see the circuit boards are different lengths. But I'm still able to play this American game on this machine by using an adapter. I bought this adapter from a Stone Age Gamer in the US, and as you can see, this converts US games to fit into my Japanese machine. So hold on, I'll connect it. Okay, now here's the game with the converter connected. But because another difference between American and Japanese games is that because of the way the circuit board is oriented, I have to flip it backwards before putting it inside the machine. And hopefully this will work. Yep. And there's Mega Man 4. Now, if you see here, I took out the Super Mario Brothers game and I put in Super Street Fighter 2 into the machine. So same thing, I loaded it in the front slot, I just turn on the switch, and Super Street Fighter 2 will now play on my TV. You can see my reflection. Hi there. But wait, there's more. Aside from playing NES games and Super NES games, we can also purchase add-on adapters such as the AD adapter, which allows you to play Game Boy Advanced games, such as the Mario Kart Super Circuit game I have right here. So I basically put this game into the slot, and I put this into the machine, flip it on, and it should play in the TV, hopefully. And there it is. But wait, there's even more. Now, aside from the AD adapter for Game Boy Advance games, there's also the MD adapter, which allows you to play Sega Genesis games. Yes, you heard that right. Sega Genesis, the rival of Nintendo back in the 80s and 90s. But with this clone machine, I just have to connect this game to the adapter and put it inside the Super NES slot, and it'll play on my TV. Now here's the Sega Genesis game Shadow Dancer or Shinobi, connected to the MD adapter and connected to the FC Dual. Okay, same thing, just turn the switch and it'll start playing my TV.